Hey, what's up? This is Dave. Just gonna hop into some mirage nades. So let's start off with the fast window smokes. Here's like a bunch of different spawns, fast lineups for smoking window room like immediately. Note that they do have timing to go through and Molotov the window smoke beforehand. So if you do hear the Molotov, you're not gonna want to peek into this, otherwise they're gonna have a sweet one-way. Confirming these landed, and we hop into the second line of smoke. So I think I know maybe 8 in total, 8 fast smoke lineups, but what it means is like if the enemies don't have Molotovs or if they just aren't Molotoving, then you're going to be able to go fast mid pretty quick, which gives you like a fast con fight, a fast cap fight, and it's honestly very advantageous. So it looks like, okay, I think I'm at 9. I guess spawns 1 through 9, I'll have it. Sweet. So these are all the fast window smokes. For like a regular window smoke, maybe you have your teammate go top mid and they listen to hear if they're Molotoving. If they aren't Molotoving, you throw a slower fast window like this, a right side, and regular jump throw. Just to confirm, all of the fast windows are forward jump throw bind. So that's just the regular jump throw. And then for an actual window flash, this is a really good flash. If you wedge into this corner, you can aim at the middle of this line right here. You just want to take like 1 step forward and jump throw. Kind of something that I see a lot is that a lot of people will throw their flash too far, and if you throw the flash just like with 1 step, it'll always get the player, even if he's all the way pushed up close. That's sweet. And then if you were like kind of like an entry, usually when I hit like this thing, I'll like left click at the top of that window, swing out mid. And that's basically it for like kind of getting mid. I mean, like you want to go for like chair control, top mid control, and kind of play for them to try to pop through their con smokes or double swing cat or whatever. So we can hop over to A. So for A site, basically like a standard A execute, just as basic as it gets. You could smoke bench from here, or you could smoke bench also from here. Just 2 different like bench smokes I know a lot of people throw. And keep in mind, always want to Molotov that. I'll show the stairs smoke also. So this is like the more typical stairs smoke right here. There's also another stairs smoke from over here that's a Molotov combo that's really sweet. You come here, you crouch, you go like this. And these are just left clicks. You left click that and then a Molotov. But it's really nice though because it'll smoke stairs and Molotov out the sandwich position. So with these smokes down, I mean on a standard day execute, you always want to also molly bench and basically probably most likely be swinging under balk and having your teammates flash you into CT. Good like CT flash would be probably something like this. Sweet. And then yeah, so if we're out A, let's say we were like doing more of like a pop, and let's say we got out Tetris, we made contact on the player's site, we molly him out or something, we get the trade, and now we want to start continuing taking A. You're gonna want to know like nade sets from over here. So for smoking top con, you can like wedge into this corner here. You could smoke here, and if you have timing to do all of this, then aim at that window back there. And that will molly this. It's very important to actually get this corner. That's the specific thing you're trying to molly, so they can't hold this cross. Alternatively, if you were kind of walked out and you're just like holding here while your teammate's picking site, as soon as the pick happens, you could just react and do this. You don't have to like run around and do everything. Someone flashes, now you have stairs control, right? Yeah, so that's kind of like, I guess, out A smokes. For smoking top con, again, you could smoke it from here, from there, from spawn. These are also the deep A smokes. So this is like the top con smoke here, and this is like a deep jungle smoke. And these are really good too. I know I saw FaZe Clan throwing it, and I think I am maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago. But these are great because they don't create a gap between these 2 smokes, which is awesome. So that's just like the kind of just like standard. Like note they can always be in the stairs cubby, but yeah, usually you're gonna be like kind of flashing top stairs, swinging, this, even hop in here and then wait for smokes to fade. But yeah, they could definitely be no gap in between, which I thought was neat. And then just like other smokes for top con, there's like a fast top con from right here, forward jump throw. And then there's a top con from like kind of, I guess, mid ramp or whatever, T ramp. And then there's also top con from top boxes, from here to here. And then if you're just like down mid, you could always just like bounce it off. Or if you're down valley, you could always bounce it off that wall, smoke top con. So those are all like, I don't know, like 5, 6 top con smokes. Yeah, let me think. I guess like for A site, the other thing to note is there's this Molotov for under balk. I think this is extremely important for your players, like if you want to do like a pop on A. So you just line up the middle of this wall, you aim at the top of this crack here, you left click and release when you're like halfway through this pillar, and what it allows you to do is you actually like jump out of the way, because a lot of players will basically like you jump out of the way and now hold, because a lot of players will kind of like be here, and if they hear a nade cue, some players will just swing, right? So it's really nice that you can kind of jump out of the way with that one. Maybe your teammate's holding. Yeah, and then let's, I guess, head over to B. So for B, you could do like fast B smokes like this. Like I think of this as like a little boot right here. I aim at the tip of the boot right there. This one, I put this left thing to, or the left wood to the left side of that window, and then jump through the top highest point right there. So those are like fast B smokes. Yeah, so for regular like I would call them get left and get right. So this is also a fast like get left. You like go, well, not fast, but more of a B pop get left from there. B pop get right from here. And then if you were gonna go, sweet. If you were gonna go and do like a full B pop, I mean, you just want to know all the nades. I mean, you can crouch back here, aim here. That would land like market window. If there's an old glaive smoke I throw, I find this like carrot looking thing on the floor. I think it looks like a carrot, I don't know. And then aim at this part of the wood and jump throw. That's like the market window, market door smokes. This market window smoke's sick because it lands like on the door frame itself. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so this is pretty much 4 B smokes. I mean, for flashes, really like the main thing is to make sure that your the van player is blind. Yeah, just as long as this guy that's trying to fight here is always eating a bunch of flashes, that's really good. And then I guess like for a mid to B strat, let's say like you guys were like kind of defaulting top mid, maybe you had like one guy boxes or Delpan, he was holding for the push, and eventually you're like, okay, they're not really peeking us window or anything, maybe your Alpha's holding con, I have no idea. You're like, okay, let's start scaling mid. So I mean, you could just do like, you could be re-smoking window, you could have this guy smoke top con, right? And then you could have had a player walk up from underpass. So if he walks up from underpass, you don't even need to throw all these smokes. I mean, some of these positions you could just have a player responsible for holding it. But if you have like these smokes up, you have someone from underpass throwing some support util. So they could smoke ladder, because maybe you don't have ladder control, like this, and they could flash like this. It's something I saw FaZe Clan doing. And then meanwhile, you know, if you had your top con smoke still up, you come here, you don't see anything con, okay, off that flash, you're swinging here, and you guys are swinging up cat, right? At the same time, you could be having like someone over here throw a market window, flashing like this, and then deeper one like a scaling flash like this. So this flash is sick because it basically will blind like anyone around here, and it will like kind of half blind this player, but like honestly that half blind is like really all you need to swing and be able to take them out. And then as you're scaling up, you know, you have this smoke and you have a flash from up here. So like usually this flash is really good because there's typically a guy either like, you know, maybe they're rotating in, you want to be flashing this player, or maybe it was just the backside player trying to peek you from over here. Yeah, you know, pressuring from here. And then one more smoke that's really nice that you could add into this too. It's called the Pwn alone smoke, because you line up with this pillar here and you aim here. This is like excellent for cat scaling, because basically when you swing cat, like your biggest threat, like you're coming here, you're swinging these angles, this player van's usually looking upper B, and there should be like a cat guy like somewhere around here. Usually your biggest threat is the cat player playing bench, because bench is really honestly unfair. They can just kind of like jiggle peek, it's a headshot angle, a little broken in my opinion. But yeah, so that smoke is great for actually getting up and being able to take like these fair duels, I would say, especially when you have an AK, versus them like kind of having this like broken bench position, which is really nice. Yeah, so I mean that's basically it, I think, for Mirage. So I guess thanks for tuning in. I hope some of these smokes were helpful, and yeah, I'll see you on the next one. See ya.